I've started recording. Hello, you wonderful, beautiful, craptastic people. CraptasticJack here. Today we are back on Drivecast. This is episode... It's gotten too far to remember every app, but whatever. Today we are here with the Drivecast crew: Richard, JV Pennant, Spoodway, and Straight Up Hippo. And today we're going to be talking about Need for Speed Edge, as it has just gotten announced on the Korean people's website that have made the game, as well as our favorite track racers that have come out in the past and are soon to be coming out in the future. Basically, track racers, races that take place on the track, as well as Need for Speed 2015 reviews, and how a lot of them are just pure trash, and future racing game titles that we would like to see and what we think future racing games are going to be named. Also, the crew run, how it's going to do, how we think it's going to do, and will it do good? We don't know. That's why we're going to discuss. And also, we're going to be answering some of the Q&A questions you guys have asked us in the comments of Drivecast. So, without further interruptions, let us begin.
My God, that was amazing.
You couldn't get much more autistic than that, CJ. That's all I'm gonna say. Is like that is literally the most autistic intro you have done since day one.
Thank you.
Yep.
I loved it.
Should we
Now my
start
balls
off with,
hurt. Shit.
should we start off with why I didn't need to know that? Should we start off with Need for Speed Edge?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so Spoodway, you have all the information because you analysed that shit, so...
Yeah. So the teaser of Need for Speed Edge was released, I think it was on Thursday. It wasn't released on the Need for Speed official website because as you well know, I think by now, it's not a worldwide game. It's only available for Korea, and it's an MMO, so it's going to be like Need for Speed World. But I think there's going to be like the Need for Speed Rivals map. I don't know if it's gonna have the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit map, because you know that in Rivals you have that bridge that connects to something that we don't know, that is closed down, and it could be we're gonna have a lot of JDMs. So basically, it's going to be Rivals on steroids with, I think, customization, because of what they say at the end of the teaser, that the customization bars are something of the AEM.
Yeah, it says basically at the end, it says all the cars are like subject to car customization.
Yeah.
And some different signs. So that kind of hints towards customizing. Now, I think Speedway said this. You said this in a call we were in. Apparently, World started off in Thailand, right?
Yeah, one subscriber told me that, and I think, if I remember correctly, it was actually like that. It started in Thailand, only for Thailand, and then it expanded.
So, Need for Speed Edge could be the follow-up to World. Now, in this call, we have two Need for Speed World aficionados in Richard and Speedway. These boys, played how many hours? How many days?
Wow.
I don't
I
know. I know for a fact I've played more than Speedway. That's all I know.
You wanna fight?
Bitch, I know life the game. Like, I went on every single day for like more than 8 hours.
Boost. You bought Boost, bitch.
Yeah.
I had to
no,
grind.
but I had friends.
I had to grind. I was 24/7 grinding for that BMW, bitch. You did nothing. We
So
just
wait.
bought.
So wait. So how many hours did you guys play, or do you not know?
Fuck. It has to be over, close to. I wanna. This is gonna sound outrageous, but considering I played since the closed beta to the death of the game.
Bitch, you don't have to justify yourself. Just tell us how long you played the game.
Ah!
Oh, that was disgusting, CJ. Oh, you know, I was the only one that saw that. Oh,
I'm glad
he had like snot coming out of his
Oh,
nose and it
God.
was dribbling into his mouth. That was
No,
disgusting.
it didn't go in my mouth, thank God.
Oh, I had been blinded.
only on Drivecast.
Oh god.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
I would have to say close to probably 1,000, 2,000 hours.
Oh my lord.
Not even lying.
That's not too bad.
I had to say the same thing.
It took us how many years?
It was for 5 years.
Yeah, over the course of 5 years, that's not too
I
bad.
connected every single day.
Somewhere from 41 to 82 days.
That sounds about right.
That is a ridiculous. I don't. That's what I do, yeah. Really?
Little do you realize, there's so much to do. Because if you have like a crew, and you contact
Oh,
other
yeah.
crews, and you have crew battles, that's sick. And just like cruising around, like with a massive cruise, like you had on the last day at your stream, like one of those are sick. And just overall racing with your friends is amazing in that game. I loved it.
So
Yeah, secure.
I don't think you're gonna get anywhere near 82 days if Need for Speed Edge becomes a thing. But
No.
do you think you would spend a lot of time? Could you see yourself spending like not as much as Need for Speed World, but like near that level?
It depends if it's as deep, or not as deep, because Need for Speed World, mind you, is really deep. Like everything there. I don't know. Just Need for Speed World was so in depth. It's kind of hard to, try and mock a game to a certain caliber that Need for Speed World was, because you had so many events, like different type of events. You had team escapes, you have just regular races, you have drag races. So I mean,
but that
in
was
Need
not
for Speed,
until like 3 years, and I think that
still
Need for
even
Speed
then, it
Need for
progressed
Speed
as it
World
went
had
on.
a big problem, man. Like Need for Speed World had a big problem of the microtransactions that was the killer, in my opinion, for the game. And I really hope that Need for Speed Edge doesn't have the same issue. I mean, they could still handle microtransactions in a good way, because I think that in Need for Speed World, the players that bought Boost, Speed
Always
Boost,
win. They always prevailed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that they always prevailed. What was the point of buying a super OP car that actually ensured that you win every single race? And what was the... Yeah, I won, but that was
Well, first
predictable.
you need to know how to drive it.
Yeah, of course, but once you master it, it was really easy.
I've got a question because I kind of joined World on the back end of it, like around 2013.
Yeah,
you were late to the party.
I was really like, I remember when I first played World, it was after Theo, CJ, them like just made their first videos on it.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I was really late, but microtransactions and boosts and all that kind of stuff. Was that added in after Black Box kind of crumpled?
No,
Yeah,
it
that
was,
was
it was
the start.
during open beta, right, Speedway? It was open beta.
Yeah, it was open beta, but it was a little bit more controlled.
Yeah, it was more
Yeah,
controlled.
I mean, in the sense that you could earn boosting in game somehow.
No,
you
that was
couldn't
not
enter
till way later.
in game, but you had a lot more of options for in-game
Yeah, you had
cats,
more
like
freedom.
body kits and visual customization was.
Because I remember at one point
for
someone told me in the YouTube comments that if there was ways to earn boost body kits in game, and it wasn't as hard as it is. Well, it was towards the back of the game.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, because in the open beta when they had when they introduced Speed Boost, basically they had almost everything available for in-game cash because it was still open beta. They're not gonna release everything for Speed Boost, like half the game, but you had like I don't know why they did this, but in the beta they had performance customization finally come in, because in the closed beta they only had visual and the paint customization. So in the open beta they brought in performance, and for some reason with performance you had different you had a street kit, you had a pro kit and a race kit, and they had body kits coming with the performance kits, and you couldn't change it. And then later on they took the body kits out and they just had individual parts like you see right now.
Yeah.
And then they added in body customization like in late 2011.
Yeah.
Late 2011.
Because
Is weird.
So do you think? Okay, so Need for Speed Edge. Let's kind of make a little tick list of what the devs need to do, because I reckon it will start off with the Korean developers or whatever, and then it'll probably go to someone more major, like maybe a subdivision of Ghost. That makes sense, doesn't it?
yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Nah, it won't, because
You don't think?
Nexon, they're known for just kind of pushing out free-to-play titles for the Asian markets. Like for an example would be called Counter-Strike Nexus Zombies, which is a free-to-play game with microtransactions and stuff. And then you also have Fear Online, which again is the same thing.
Okay, so let's take a
So-
step back then. So do you think this is going to become worldwide?
I really
Most
hope so. I don't
likely.
know.
Wait, it
I don't
actually
know.
could, because some of Nexus's games have like.
Can I add something or say something?
Yeah, yeah.
You see, I knew about Need for Speed World probably when it was born, but for some reason it did not pull me in enough to play. Probably because I didn't have a computer of my own at that time.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really able to get into it like the way
That's why I
Niner
didn't
and
play. It's
Speedway
because
were,
like I
so-
had a laptop, and you can't really play on a laptop. It
Yeah.
just-
Mm.
Yeah, I
Well,
had a
I think-
laptop
I
for the
think-
longest time.
One of the reasons probably why Richard was so into it, and correct me if I'm wrong, and you Speedway, maybe it's because it was satisfying like your needs for a Need for Speed game like Most Wanted or Carbon or the
Yeah.
past ones, and it satisfied that, and there wasn't really anything like that at that time.
It
If I'm
could
It
be,
was
right?
but
different.
it was yeah, it was different. I would describe it like Need for Speed World at the beginning when we started with the open beta and everything. It wasn't even as near as Need for Speed Most Wanted in terms of customization and stuff like that. It was like
No, not at all.
Nah.
so incomplete, and it was still fun because you got with your crew and friends and you all play together. You joined the race, and it was just fun.
I think what Jay's trying to say in terms of like the similarities is like 2010 you had Hop Shoot 2010, and that was nothing like Most Wanted 2005
Yeah.
Underground.
It was
But-
yeah.
Well,
I get
it
what
was
you mean.
like Black Box
It's
basically.
a good because it was made by Black Box, but it was a good way to attract all of the Carbon and Most Wanted, or basically all the people who liked
Yeah.
Underground to Carbon, because you had an open world game with, well, in the beginning it was cops, and then they added them in as events for some reason.
Yeah,
don't get it,
I like the free rooms better.
but yeah, you had cops on free roam, and then you also had you just it was basically a online version, more in depth of Carbon and
Carbon
Most
and Most
Wanted
Wanted.
without a story.
Yeah.
Without a
Yeah,
story.
that's what I kind of meant. And I think if Edge is a thing and it does become worldwide, it's going to be weird because we've kind of got a new era of Need for Speed happening right now. So we don't know how many games we're going to have
I
after
don't know
this.
how I would feel going back to the Rivals area, because think about it, when you think of Rivals, you don't have positive connotations with that game, but when you
Yeah.
go back to say like Rockport or Palmont, you have
Yeah.
positive connotations with it. So when you go back to it, it's like, yeah, I'm going back to Rockport. But then
I've
go back
watched
to Rivals, it's like,
I watched 2009 gameplay of Need for Speed World when it was officially launched. So that was the Thailand version because it was on YouTube.
Yeah,
And,
it's pretty different.
They only had Silverton. That was the only part of
Yeah.
the map that was available
Yeah.
was Silverton. In Palmont, the northern part with all the casinos.
Hmm.
That's the only part of the
Yeah,
the
that's
map
the
that was
thing.
available. And then when they converted it to closed beta and they handed it to I think EA Vancouver, which is a form of Black Box, and then Black Box started joining and helping.
Yeah.
They then added in downtown Palmont and then Rosewood, and they just worked off of that.
Oh.
really.
To be fair, like if Need for Speed Edge actually, I mean, I don't see the point of it only being in Korea.
What?
CJ took his thing off and everything just fell. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, but like Need for Speed Edge, I don't see really the point of being only in Korea because they are developing the game. They are adding Mazda MX-5, the Honda. There are lots of cars that have been added to the Need for Speed Rebels car list. Like, why would it
They're
be
trying to
only
appeal
in
to a
Korea?
different market. They're
I don't-
trying to
They're
appeal
trying
to
to
a
appeal to a
different market.
different market, but when they do that,
I
what
don't-
was the main point?
I
Will
don't-
it last?
I don't think they are. I think they're testing they're just testing.
And then they might bring it to the
Wait,
worldwide.
I don't understand what's happening.
Neither do I.
I think CJ's having autism.
Yeah.
No, I'm cleaning my glasses and I can't see without them, so I have to squint to see what's going on. So.
Carry on, Colin.
Okay, anyway, I don't think they're making it for the Korean market in the sense that it's permanent for the Korean market. I think they're making it in the sense that they're testing it in the Korean market to see if it goes well, maybe testing the servers here and there. And then I think it will get moved to someone else, maybe a new division of the
Yeah, because if you think
It
about
doesn't
it,
make sense just to go to Korea.
if you think about it, it doesn't make sense how they just ended Need for Speed World. I understand that was it something.
Well, they
did-
ended a lot of free to play titles. They ended FIFA World. They ended Need for Speed World.
Battlefield.
Battlefield
FIFA
play
World.
for free.
FIFA World only went on for like 2 years.
But they might. Maybe they did it for a reason. Maybe they did it to make changes
Maybe they
or
were
to
already
do something
developing
better.
this game.
Or
Yeah.
maybe they didn't want to keep up the servers because EA
The
is
rule with
Yeah.
a
Need for
bunch
Speed
of
World is that
money grubbing whores.
Yeah.
The problem with Need for Speed World is that it was really outdated. Like, to be fair, the graphics were really bad, and they even downgraded the graphics from the beta to the release version, and to make
I
it
don't
more
get it. In
compatible.
the beta, the graphics
better
look better to
graphics.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look absolutely like the garage. Everything looked better. I don't know why they changed it. They even changed the handling. Like they made it more like for people to be able to play the game, because they didn't have powerful PCs and everything. But now they're running on the Frostbite 3 engine, Need for Speed Edge. So it could mean that we can actually have a next gen.
Maybe what it
current gen.
is, you know, the closing of World was kind of the closing of the black box era completely. If you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like up
Yeah.
until that point, you know, it's kind of like we've still got World, and now World's gone. Maybe it's kind of it's another progression on Ghost's kind of era, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like it was the last mark that Black Box made on a game recently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like
plus-
say with like Ghost, if they have maybe the handling slider in the game. Maybe I don't think it will be, but like with the Rivals World, it's kind of like Ghost slowly taking over. And if there's a day and night cycle in there, which there probably will be, with
IGN
RX-7s and you know MX-5s and Lamborghini
Like
Aventals and all that kind of stuff, that'd be
No.
mad.
There's so many
Let's
cars.
not go that far yet because Need for Speed World, when it first started off, it was just like 1 hour/minute. So like if they build off of it, then like they could have a day and night cycle. They could have everything. But I think right at the start, they're just gonna have a bunch of all the cars shown in the trailers, such as the Honda Civic, the Mazda RX-7. They're gonna have all of that, and then I think they're gonna only have a chunk of Rivals map. I don't think they're gonna have the whole thing, but I think they'll have a chunk of it, and then have some races available as an MMO.
Like a
game.
beta. They're gonna start testing it, and yeah.
I have a question. This goes to Speedway. Was there a date on the trailer?
A date, there was.
I think there was at the end, but I don't know what it was.
12th of
Was it
November.
November 12th?
November 12th,
November
yeah.
12th.
November, yeah.
So that's like
5 days. from
5
now.
days.
Yeah, that's on Thursday.
That's
I think
such an
it could
odd
be a-
date.
It could be a trailer. It could be another trailer announcing.
Yeah,
with
it's gonna be
more
another
information.
trailer.
Now, one thing that I actually found interesting about the teaser, if it was only for the Korean market, if it's going to be only aimed for the Korean market, why are the letters and everything specified in English? Why is it in English?
I think that's just
The
because English is
description.
the national business language.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be, but if it's only aimed for Korea, like if it's only a game that is going to be forever aimed for Korea,
It might be easier
Why-
to say it in English than in Korean. I'm not too sure.
I think it's just because that's the national business language.
International.
I mean, even then, like, I mean, if that doesn't, I don't feel like that plays a factor to it be. I think it will go worldwide. It doesn't make sense for it just to go to Korea, dumping all that money just for Korean markets. When you think about the big
especially
scheme
if
of
it doesn't work
things,
well.
when you think of the big scheme of things, you know, I mean, if you really just want to aim for one specific market, China makes much more sense to Korea just because of how big it is. Korea is quite small in the big scheme of things when you think of it.
It's like Uruguay in terms of area.
Exactly.
So
I mean, it's
So it's-
smaller than the
doesn't
state
make
of
sense.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, it's smaller than Pennsylvania. I have autism.
Yeah, but just forget about that. In terms of in terms of business, that's not a good business if it's only for Korea. Like developing a game, adding more stuff, cars. Like people, if I were a game developer, I wouldn't work for something that is going to be like you're not gonna get paid enough, because that clearly they are adding cars, genuine cars. They are developing the game. They're improving the game. I wouldn't do that. To be fair, if it wasn't a good business, I wouldn't do that.
I think, I don't know, it's mixed. I think we'll have to see how it is during these opening stages and how the response it gets. But I do think if it gets a good enough response from the fans, they will make it worldwide. Because think about it, they've got all the Need for Speed World servers ready to go, as well as maybe a few like freehand staff to like keep
Yeah.
the servers going and all that kind of stuff. I think it's possible, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I think that's how everyone should be. I think everyone should, you know, look forward to see what the opening beta is gonna be like and all that kind of stuff. But don't get your hopes up and don't like get hyped for the next Need
Yeah.
for Speed
Yeah,
World.
I honestly don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Like I can't care
It would
enough
be
to
awesome,
the point
but-
where I would want to play it.
Especially the
just
fact
curious.
that Need for Speed, Need for Speed 2015 now, it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of killed that.
Hype,
Any
hype over
hype.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, anything else before we go on to the next topic?
Nope.
So-
All right, favorite track races. This is something that we don't really ever talk about because, to be honest, I'm gonna say it right here. I think most of us are just arcade races all the way through. Midnight Club, Need for Speed, Burnout. Please give me the boss. You know, Forza Horizon. That's all. That's all. You know, arcade. Whether you like it or not, Forza Horizon is an arcade game.
Actually, the
Wait, hold on.
thinkade.
Anyone say who said Forza was a simulation? Someone said that?
Oh, a lot of people.
People say Horizon is simulation.
Horizon is
I don't
not-
understand that at all.
It's not even a simcade. It's just full on simulation. It's no.
What you mean
Anyway.
arcade?
Yeah, sorry, I meant that.
This is why he's an intern. Anyway, yeah, we don't really talk about track races enough, but I'm pretty sure, as like just racing game peoples, we will play racing games, and track races are definitely included. So, Simcade, arcade, whatever. What is your favorite track racer? Now, I've already got mine in my head, so I'm gonna go for it straight up. Gran Turismo 5.
Nice.
That
Great.
game was sick. I dumped so many hours into GT5. It was ridiculous. Back then, there wasn't really many good-ish racing games that out. When was that out? 2009?
Yeah.
2010, I think.
2010?
Around there.
Forza Horizon 3.
Look at CJ. Look back at his poster.
He's waiting for the time.
But like, no, there wasn't many amazing races back then.
3.
Forza 4 was very good.
Forza 3 was better.
I don't know. I haven't played Forza 3, so I can't say.
Forza 3.
Actually,
Forza 3's alright.
Forza 4 was fucking good, but I came in on the back end of Forza 4, so I don't feel like I was in it for like the whole of the period. I wasn't in like the community really. I just kind of played it.
Yeah.
So I gotta say GT5 for me.
For me, it probably has to be GT6.
Really?
Yeah. I never owned or played GT5 though, so I can't say anything on it. But GT6 is pretty much the same thing as GT5, but with more cars and it's newer. Pretty much.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think the physics are a bit different, but yeah,
Yeah,
it was
different. But other than that, Gran Turismo 6 is it's a good game. Good game. Good track race game.
Speedway.
GT4. That game.
Actually, I revoked my answer GT4 as well. And you know, I re-revoked my answer GT5, but GT4 was very good. I never really played it properly.
I played all of it. I was addicted to that game when it came out.
GT4. I remember the early GTs being so good.
Yeah.
So good. And then, like, as they went into the PS3 era, they really focused on simulation ridiculously. And it kind of went
I mean,
a bit...
they still were simulation, and they were hard as fuck. Like,
Yeah, it was
I
still fun though. Like that was
was
one thing that
really
Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is simulation, but it's still fun simulation. It's not like
yeah.
Project Cars. Cough cough.
Yeah.
See, one thing that I really liked about the GT4 is that it made me love the 4GT, like that 4GT, the polyphony.
In the
4GT.
intro, when it was going through the yes, it was amazing.
That was best. Yeah.
I know.
Oh no, I haven't played that many track racers, but my friends did. They did influence me to get GT5 on the PS3 because they had it and they're like, "Well, PlayStation Master Race, bitch. So get Gran Turismo right now." So I got GT5 and it was pretty good. I liked it, but I still don't have as much fun on Sims than regular arcade racers.
Jake.
Forza 3.
No, actually, it's Forza 4. Forza 3 was brilliant, and it's the first track racing game that I fully got into online and with people, and I have a lot of memories with that. But Forza 4 as a game was better, you know, it functioned better, it looked better, there was more things in it. And I just think I think when you put Gran Turismo and Forza side by side, Forza was obviously meant to compete with Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
It was obviously made for that. And that obviously makes people think, oh, well, they're just clone copies. But I don't play Forza and feel anything. It doesn't feel like Gran Turismo. It's a lot more friendly.
They're completely different.
Yeah.
I feel it's a lot more softer than Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is very strict and it's very you know, you have to kind of
Competitive.
be, you kind of have to be really.
I know
good
what you
to play
mean
it.
because like back in GT3 and GT4, it wasn't really like that, and then in GT5, GT6, it did become
Yeah.
a lot more stricter and a lot more like I don't know, like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, like correct, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
It's competitive to a point where the developers were aimed to make you play their game in a competitive way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a gentleman's racer almost,
Yeah.
if you get what I mean. And then Forza's a bit more like underground.
And then going back to what I was saying, it's like, this is why, I'm going to go off topic here, but this is why I feel like Forza need to go back to the way they made their games. It felt like they put thought into it and a bit more love instead of just thinking about how it looks and how people will, you know, look it. It's not about the fucking 3D puddles and the graphics. It's about the way the game plays. It's about how it connects people. You know, you want to, you know, online gaming is such a big thing now, but the online gaming is shit. It doesn't make any sense. What are these hoppers bullshit? No, scrap it all and go back to the drawing boards because Forza Motorsport 4 was amazing. I'm done. No.
All right, so 44.
Drops mic.
Yeah.
Drops mic. Okay, I need to quickly put a picture over James' face. Hold up.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, God.
So you basically answered that. Okay, then this comes back to kind of a different question here. What was your first proper online experience
Wait,
in
neither
a game?
did answer.
He did.
He did.
Why didn't you listen, CJ?
I was though.
Yes.
You just forgot him.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Leave.
dude?
What?
Just leave. Just leave. Okay.
What did he say?
We're gonna carry on speaking, and you're gonna shut up. That's how it's gonna work. So he said apparently Nine didn't say his answer. Yeah, he did. He said GT5, but he didn't replay it. So kill yourself. But anyway, so this brings me back to kind of the original point. Like Jay kind of mentioned this. What was your first online experience with a game? Like mine, I guess, was Modern Warfare 2. It wasn't a racer at all, like in the slightest. I guess Pro Street kind of, but back then it was so hard to get into games, it was basically pointless and undercover. So I'm gonna say Modern Warfare 2, but really, I don't know. I don't know what I thought when I first played online. It was weird. It was just like a surreal experience. The first online racing game I played was Pro Street, I think.
For me, the first online game was probably Roblox.
No, we're not counting that, you dickhead.
Oh,
Otherwise, I
okay.
would have said RuneScape or like
Oh,
Club
okay.
Penguin. Or
Then for me,
something.
it has to be
Farmville.
Need for Speed World.
Really?
Yeah. I got on the
I know.
RuneScape bandwagon a
Your
while
first
after.
online experience was Need for Speed World.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It just After that came before RuneScape, Roblox. I mean, no, Roblox came before Need for Speed World, but still.
RuneScape was the shit back in the day. I'm not even gonna lie.
I never
Straight
got-
up.
I never got past friggin' Port Falador. I'm sorry.
I don't know what they are. I can't remember. Anyway, Speedway, first one.
Okay, so mine would have to be also Need for Speed World, but if it was Need for Speed World, was when I got my PS3 that my first game was Modern Warfare 3.
What the fuck? How is yours, CJ's, and Niner's answer all Need for Speed
Because
World?
I can't explain this because I got my internet back in 2010. I didn't have internet before, and I found that
Okay, well actually that's true because I didn't get internet till like 2007, 2006. Not
Yeah.
proper internet anyway. So I was
2008.
and when I found about Need for Speed World, because I always kept researching, like as soon as a Need for Speed came out, I always kept researching what the next Need for Speed was going to be like when I was a kid. So I found out about Need for Speed World and I was like, holy shit, I need to play this. I have internet now and I'm gonna do it. So yeah, that's how it happened.
So Niner, yours as well. Tell us your story behind it because that was quite interesting, Speedway.
Alright. But what do you mean tell my story behind it?
Behind how you started playing World.
Oh. So I don't know how I stumbled across it, but I did pretty much the same thing as Speedway. It was like 2010. It was probably in February or something. And I'm like, well, since I was uneducated at the time about games being announced in June, I'm like, let's see if another Need for Speed game is out, okay? And then I found Need for Speed World, and it had this little red circle in the corner that said play for free. I'm like, ooh, what the fuck is this? So then I clicked on, yep, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring that up. CJ, whenever you have an autistic moment, I'm gonna go like that, okay? Okay,
I wasn't even having an
Uh,
autistic moment then.
I know.
But I signed up for the beta because it said play for free, and
I give up.
And,
I just give up.
I signed up for the beta because it was play for free because I didn't have to spend money on the game. So and I got in the beta in March, April 2010, somewhere around there. It was I think March. It was late March or something, and I joined, and there's only a few thousand people who were playing the game because it was a closed beta, and then in I think it was Speedway will be able to correct me on this, but was it May that they opened a open beta? It was May, right?
I think it was May or June.
Yeah.
One of those.
And then they had their open beta. I played the shit out of that. Even back then, crew battles weren't a thing, but doing massive cruises, just
Yeah.
meeting random people in free roam is an experience you'll never have on any other game
The
except for
T-Mobile
maybe Need for
Master.
Speed.
Need for Speed
And the
2015
T-Mobile
does that
Master.
really well.
Mobile Master.
Need for Speed 2015 does that really well, actually.
And the crew does.
And the crew do that really well. Like, especially outside the garage on Need for 2015, you can just park up and there's always
Yeah.
people outside every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty blessed. So the reason you got into World is because you're a retard and you thought that games came out in February, basically.
Hey man, thank God, because I got in the closed beta, which is the first fucking version of the game, so...
Fair enough. Okay,
Yep.
so should we go on to the next topic?
Oh,
Yes!
he didn't ask me, so it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Go on then, Josephine.
Oh, no, whatever. When you obviously don't give a shit to what I played, so it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's move on.
you're irrelevant.
You're irrelevant. Okay, that's fine. So, Need for Speed. Okay,
Wow, kill
it's
yourself.
last chance, Jay. Do you want to answer or not? Last chance.
The first game I played online was actually Saints Row 2.
Was that the one with the dildos or the one without the dildos?
That was Saints Row 3.
No, that's Saints Row 3. Saints Row 2 is the good one.
Okay.
And I used to go
I
into...
apologise if you can hear bombs outside. It's bonfire night.
Yeah, same with me. There was a mode where you could basically play through the whole story with another person, and that's how I actually met someone that I've been speaking to for about 7 years now. Cray. No, shut up. And then that was a very short period. I played that for like maybe a couple of months, and then I got Modern Warfare 2 for my birthday, and then yeah, that's how I started off on Xbox Live.
You guys like made friends literally as soon as you went on. I don't think I really did that until I started YouTube.
Yeah.
I think CJ's kind of in the same boat as well, actually.
Around late 2013, I started going onto this Trouble in Terrace Town server on Gmod. And I stayed there to the point where I became an admin on that server. So
I don't know why that he was a fucking admin, but fair enough.
Hey, I was one of the best admins. I would ban people, kick people, slay people. That's what they called slay when they killed you at the beginning of the round because you did something bad last round. They would slay you. So I got to slay people. And I got to do all this stuff. I was basically...
I'm gonna slay you.
I was basically a prince, and my
I'm gonna slay
kingdom
you.
was Trouble in Terrace Town, one of the servers. But yeah, until I just stopped going on there because I didn't feel like playing it, and then I got demoted, and I just stopped going on there. But I met a lot of cool people on there that I still talk to this day. So yeah.
Sorry if you can hear that.
But really, the first actual group of people I've really met online that I talk every day to this day is probably this group. So it's this group. So yeah.
That's not true. That's not true because we didn't even know who Nine was. Well,
No. What I mean is.
Last summer, we didn't know who these three people were.
No. What I mean is.
With the exception of Speedway because he he commented all the time, and I remember that specifically.
What I mean is that when I joined Theo's chat, that's where I actually got into like.
Now you're getting into the actual story now.
Yeah.
I can explain it better because I'm in the same position as you, CJ.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Modern Warfare 2, I was shit at that game. No one wanted to play with me. I was bad. Even at school, people didn't like me, so I was like, no. And then I played COD all the way up until 2007, and then I moved to FIFA. And then FIFA, no one liked me because the thing is, I was really good and I got really lucky in packs, and no one liked that, so I wasn't really liked.
Team of the season, Ronaldo! Oh my god, I'm gonna throw my fucking chair! Yeah!
I did, and that's the sad story of life. Anyway, it came from the beautiful racing community. I walked in, I opened the door, there was a
Took the hinges off.
sun, and it had Theo's alien face in. Oh, I walked in, it was nice and grassy, it was hills, walking over the hill, and then
And then Slaptrain walked over the hill and,
and
you
then
walked out of the door.
runs me over in his course up. That's besides the point. You know, I met CJ. No, not CJ. I met Theo, and the first thing I said to Theo, I was in his comments, and I was like, "Please, can I have a video, please?" I remember that was the first thing I said. I was like, can I make a video with you, please? And obviously, I got knocked down immediately. That's one of the first rules of YouTube that you will learn if you start. And I got denied, obviously. But then I went into his chat. And I talked to people in his chat. I met CJ, as well as a few other people which I don't talk to any now because they're fuckboys.
Whoa, that's
And I'm not
edgy. Edgy!
That's besides the point. You know, I went to there and it kind of just escalated into its own thing. Like, I did my own kind of forum thing, and then like I just made loads of friends through that. And now here we are. We've got Jay, the one whose webcam doesn't work. We've got Nox, who's really tired. Speedway, who is high AF, and CJ, who's there. So, yeah, that's really.
I actually got my
Racing
name
was the
CJ
first
through
real place where I actually got
chat.
friends online.
Funny because I don't like you.
Did you guys have Xbox Live or PlayStation
PlayStation Network.
That's
or
what
PC?
I was on this forum called World Garage back in 2013.
Oh yes! You're a part of World Garage
You were
too,
too?
you boy!
Yeah. I remember there's this part where you can post like fan fiction or something like that. I posted a series in it.
It's fucking weird. What I was about to say is okay, I don't even know. I don't want to know what CJ was about to say. Anyway, what I was about to say is I feel like Xbox Live was much more friendly to like talking and socializing, because when you actually got your 360, didn't you get that shitty headset?
Yes.
Yeah, like, so you had a way to talk to people. But on PS3, you had to buy a Bluetooth headset, and they were like £20-30. And I had like one of those over-ear ones, the red little over-ear one. And you had to buy one of them, and it was a lot less, like, sociable. Especially as you had to pay for Xbox Live as well. Like, it felt like a bit more of an involved experience. But the PlayStation Network, especially when it first launched, it wasn't like that.
I feel no matter how much you slander Xbox or Microsoft, I think they do. I don't know about the Xbox One, because to me that's trash. Right now, the Xbox One, the way that is, is it AU?
Yeah, fuck you, Microsoft.
The way it's set up is very stupid. They're trying to be fancy with all the, you know, the snapping and all that. I preferred the way the 360 worked. It was very simple. You press the middle button, go to your friends, ting, ting, ting. It was very nice. I liked it.
The dashboard was sick. The first one was sick.
Yeah.
Like, they just got better and better.
But I've met two people that I still speak to, and I think that's mad. And I would call them more friends than certain people I even speak to in real life, which is ridiculous. Some people may call that gay, but I don't really care. But, you know, it's mad.
It's way to let out his emotions.
Buy our Forza 1TB fucking console, you fucking scrubs. Give us more money because I'm Microsoft.
No, I've got to say, you can slate Microsoft all you want. They started online gaming really with Xbox Live on the original Xbox.
They can suck my dick because of what they did to the Xbox One.
They did fuck the Xbox One. That's besides the point. They are so behind. They need to do some next level shit to catch up. But we've already talked about that. But yeah, I feel like the Xbox was a lot more like online social friendly than PlayStation. When it started anyway. Now it doesn't make a difference.
Do you guys remember when PSN was hacked for like almost a year?
I cried. I literally got that down for the whole summer. Or like something like that. And
How many months was it down for? Like
3.
6, 7?
It wasn't 6 or 7.
Really?
It was like
Really?
More than that?
Let me check. I can't remember it being down for 6 or 7.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
like
like
three or
it was
four
like the
months.
entire summer or
I
something.
could have sworn it was like half the year.
But, this was before I actually got my PlayStation 3, but yeah.
On Wikipedia, the 2011 PlayStation Network outage. Okay, so it was down from April to May. Apparently. Which it felt longer than that. It definitely felt longer than that. Because they had that welcome back program where you could get games, and I had like 8 accounts, so I got all the games. I sold one of the accounts because YOLO. But
User squad.
Cam knows
yeah,
how
that
it
was
works.
that was a
It's
sad time. I remember Black Ops
Oh.
came out around that time. But anyway, should we move on to the next topic, which is the Need for Speed 2015 review.
Reviews.
And dickheads who make videos slating this game for invalid reasons.
I swear
like
we
this.
had the same.
The car doesn't wheel spin enough. Are you mad? Are you mad? I'm ready.
Hold up.
I'm ready to let it out. I'm ready to let it out.
Hold up, hold your anger. I don't know why I have this guy's Twitter page on, but whatever. I swear we had this exact same discussion when the crew reviews came out.
And Drive Club.
I guess I never really. Well, we weren't doing up to speed when Drive Club came out.
When Drive Club.
What the hell am I talking about? We weren't doing Drivecast when Drive Club came out.
I made a video saying Drive Club reviews are absurd, and that's still on my channel,
yeah.
and I still stand by that. Although I kind of went in and out with the game, that deserved higher review scores, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we had the same
especially now.
discussion with the crew and how the reviews for that were arse, even though we ended up hating on that game anyway later. But
No, in general, racing game reviews are a piece of crap.
yeah,
Doesn't matter if it is a simulator or except Forza or Project Car, because I don't know why they got like 9 out of 10 and those type
Or
of
if
shit.
it's the lower end Need for Speed games. Like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
like-
Most wanted, 9
like-
out of 10?
That just feels everyone here. CJ, we can hear your air conditioning. Just carry on.
that's not air conditioning; it's a fan.
Turn it off!
It's hot in
Yeah,
here. Fine, I'll open
Like,
my window
basically,
then.
if you want to be an IGN reviewer or you want to be a reviewer, like a professional reviewer, the least content a game has, the better it is. There you go.
The logic. I don't understand. Okay, so firstly, we're gonna sort out IGN because they're not okay.
Fuck.
They
Fuck.
basically praised the game for basically everything, basically in the review. Then they mentioned Always Online. Then they mentioned the cutscenes, and then they mentioned
Hashtags,
what else did they mention? They mentioned one other thing.
fist bumps,
The handle?
Oh, it was
Yeah,
lack of
like-
customization.
Okay, so
Lack of customization.
that's lack of customization. You should know, as a reviewer who's reviewing these games professionally as your motherfucking job, that Ferrari don't give out licenses to no motherfucker. They don't just want to go ahead and, they are very strict in the way they do things. There's a reason why Deadmau5 doesn't have his Ferrari anymore. It's because he almost got sued for customizing his car with paint. It wasn't even a Liberty Walk kit, it was just paint on a car. He got
Shit.
told to unwrap that shit. So the fact that you don't realise that Ferrari are really tight, they can't do anything about that. Why? Okay, so that's fine. You know what, you made one mistake, I can forgive. 2, they mentioned Always Online. Okay, Always Online's fine, but have you actually been down at all?
I have actually.
Have you?
Yeah,
Um,
several
I
times
went down
actually. It's
once.
kind of
I've been kicked maybe once or twice, but that's really
Twice.
about it. I've been playing for
Not big.
24 hours on the Xbox One version.
The Always Online is something that they kind of like. I don't like it at all.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm
It
not
is
saying
bad.
I'm not saying it's good. Sorry, but what I'm saying is, did it really affect your experience to give it a 6.5 or whatever the fuck it was? Like the only,
6.3.
the only reason they gave it a 6.3 is because they moaned about the Always Online, the cutscenes, and the what
Day
was
and
it, the
night cycle
customization.
And the day and,
Oh, yeah, the day and night cycle.
By the day and night cycle.
When they don't,
That they
Or the
said that
Dust is On cycle.
Dust
yeah.
Dawn didn't work at all. That was horribly performed or some shit
Because,
like that.
because parts in the mountains, in the Crescent Mountains, you know how it's like, it's sort of sunsetty in the
Yeah.
mountains. If you go further up north into the mountains, the more sun comes out, the further up you go into the mountains. So when you have roads going up and then they curve back around down and then they go kind of back up, you kind of see the transition from sunset to night and back to sunset. And they
Yeah.
said that was fucked up, but still, how does that ruin your experience overall?
Yeah.
So
No, it's all-
okay, so I was gonna save this till the end, but this is the best comment I have seen on this whole Need for Speed palaver, and it's from Joen Metsu. He doesn't know who I am. I screenshotted it, and he was there. He doesn't know who we are at all. But he said people want it to be like Underground 2, and it is like Underground 2. It's night only. Oh, you wanted daytime? Then it's not like Underground anymore. Well, let's give you lights on options for some cars. Oh, you don't like it because you can't do it for every car. Oh wait, you can't even do that in Underground 2. Then people are complaining about the physics. The drifting's bad. Do you remember the drift physics from Carbon? Because they are very similar when you think about it, from the drift mode.
Yeah.
The
Right?
cover are worst, I think.
Yeah, he said you didn't complain about all of those, although they are even worse. That's just some that came to mind. People wanted to be like the Underground series with modern customization, and that's basically what they got. But people don't like it anymore? Question mark. I just don't get it. Essentially, why people are whining about the physics when Underground, Most Wanted, and Carbon had even more arcadey physics. Trust me, I played all of these games, and Carbon was the best of all of them. Obviously, in his opinion. This isn't my opinion.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to talk about how no one complained about the arcade handling in those games. He says, I don't get it. I like the new NFS a lot. People are too critical these days. Nothing is good enough. And I agree with him 100%.
Yeah.
I want plus that.
I mean, obviously
To
the
be
game
honest-
has issues. Like every game does. Like you can't escape.
Every
that.
game has
Yeah.
one small issue that you can't elude.
Fail
Of
Race
course.
complained about the wheel spin. So he upgraded his. No, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna say this. You upgrade your Viper to 1,000 horsepower. Okay. He said he expects it to wheel spin like mad, and he wanted to go into a wall or something across those lines. I probably haven't got that 100% sure. I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch the whole video. It was not really accurate in my opinion. But
It was
he said,
an
Oh no.
Oh
A, he might
god.
have had control.
Fail Race is hacking.
yeah.
He's because Cam started lagging out and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
No, you
Oh, did I?
started
Nice.
lagging,
Did
yeah.
I?
Yeah, you did lag.
Okay, sorry, my bad. So yeah, so he might have had launch control on as for a start. B, it's an arcade racer. You're not supposed to have expected wheel spin and go on and on and on. Need for Speed, since its dawn as a 3DO game, has been arcadey. That is what the game is supposed to be about. As for the 5-car limit, it makes complete sense. You know, you've given 5 cars so you can have a relation with those cars. If you want to go and collect cars, go and play Forza and enjoy your life. But don't come to Need for Speed because it's not.
Oh no, not again. This is oh great, I can't even hear anyone now. This is great. Oh no. Oh god.
Oh,
Oh.
it's all gone wrong. It's all
What
gone wrong.
the?
Oh. Fail
It's all
Race.
gone wrong.
It's attacking.
I was having a nice mini rant.
Ah! Freaking now my Skype's messed up. That's cool.
Oh,
So
Cam, you shouldn't host the calls. Fucking it happened again.
Oh my god.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
I can hear you now,
I-
but we couldn't hear it for the last 15 seconds.
I
Yeah.
can just wait until it happens again.
Should I carry on?
Fail Race, stop hacking us!
Should I
There
carry
is,
on? Or should I carry
Yeah,
on?
please.
This is great. Oh yeah. Fuck it, someone else has to host this. Sorry for the interruption, folks.
Christ.
Oh my god.
Cam deaded.
What? Got me.
Sorry for
I
the
think-
interruptions, folks. But
Yeah,
can we see each other?
Yeah, I
yeah,
can see.
except
I
Cam.
can see, yeah.
I'm not sure
I
if this
guess
is
his side
backwards or
cam is
not,
having
but
issues again with the internet connection.
Oh my god, where were we? Well, he was talking about Fail Race. I didn't watch the video, so I can't
I haven't
relate.
either.
Okay, so, well, Fair Race was actually a total idiot. He was basically IGN, but in a 40-minute video. And yeah, Cam is he come back now? He's not back. Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about, apart from this Fail Race shit, is that people have actually asked me in the comment section is if why I thought the Gamescom review was actually good, because they actually said that the game, I mean, they talked about everything that IGN said it was wrong, but that's not a game breaker. That's why they gave it an 8.0 out of 10. You see, I don't get, like, I mean, it was a more professional review in my opinion. They went through gameplay, they talked about the physics, they talked about everything, and IGN was just every 5-year-old in the YouTube comment section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hate reading the comment section of people who make Need for Speed videos, whether it be IGN or AR12. That's one way to get pissed off at
AR
comments.
Don't even
I mean,
start.
I don't care about AR12 playing through the game.
I mean,
I
hell,
don't mind his videos.
AR12's
I'll watch
reviews
him every now and
actually
then.
quite constructive.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. His review was very constructive. However, looking at the comments and people saying
Oh, yeah.
this game is broken, that pisses me off. I hate it.
Comments are AIDS.
Especially when they are like, how many things are there broken?
For
bugs-
me,
I mean, just you can't really apply this to the game. But on the Xbox One version,
it
you get a lot of
freezes
frame rate issues.
and
Yeah.
plus connection
don't get that on
issues.
the
That's a
PS4.
problem.
Yeah,
But connection issues, that's more of a personal thing. That's something to do with the connection that your router is giving
Yeah.
off to the EA servers. So I don't think you could really contribute that to the actual game itself.
But still, just the fact that it's always online still tickles me the wrong way.
I mean,
Yeah, but
I'm not defending it. I don't
You
like
know,
always online,
I
but
don't like
you
the
can
always
live
online
past
also.
it.
yeah, I don't like the always online also, but what I don't understand is like, I get that the possible.
Hold up, Manu's calling me. I need to stop. Manu, stop calling me!
What the fuck, CJ? Oh my god, why do we have him host?
Well then, Jesus
Who's
Christ.
hosting? Oh my
Alright.
god,
He's, whatever,
shit,
just
no.
Speedway, please
You
proceed.
know what?
Please proceed.
I didn't even know what I was talking about. I forgot. CJ, you fucked me up. You. Fuck this
No,
podcast.
don't go,
Fuck this
no,
podcast.
don't go. Fuck me. Why do you have to do
Anyway,
this?
Drivecast.
Why
seems
does
to
have
be going
Drivecast always have to
stupid.
go to shit when Cam's not here?
But
Can I say something?
yes, go
Yeah,
ahead.
there you go.
I just feel that we haven't had a Need for Speed like this in a long time.
This is my last guess at how close to underground we've gotten, like undercover.
Yeah, I just feel like people are just being really.
Being really
They're
picky.
just being dickheads. They're not really. You don't have an issue with the game. You're just trying to be, seem like you've got. You don't look smart.
just
You
trying
look
to find an
salty.
excuse.
Yeah, the game's. I'm not saying it's perfect because it isn't at
Yeah, of
all.
course.
So I just think people are just being really negative for no reason at this point. And
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, but one thing I was gonna say, that now I remember, the online thing. Of course you can't pause the game, but they could actually work out a way, for example, in the crew. You can't pause the game, I mean, the game it keeps flowing, it keeps going, but you're in ghost mode. I think if, like, ghost developers could actually do that, so it's not a game breaker also, it could be fixed. Like, everything that they said can be patched, and if it's for the online itself, you don't have a good internet connection, I'm gonna say so myself. I had a 256 byte download speed internet before I had the new internet connection I have now, and I could play Rivals with 0 issues. I had no lag and everything. 256 download speed for internet connection.
That leads me to people whining about always online, and why I don't understand personally. When you say in the comments, in the comment section on a YouTube video, that you have a problem with always online, why do you have a problem with it if you could comment on the fucking video?
Okay, my internet is bound to drop out, so I'm sorry if that does happen. If you're watching my version, I'm gonna have to edit this somehow.
He's down again.
He's dead. He's
You
dead.
can't even get a word out.
God.
Yeah, I can't even get a word.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Freaking Phil Ray, stop hacking us.
Yeah, Phil Rose
Stop.
is hacking Cam.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just complaining about always online when you comment on it, you're just contradicting yourself when you comment. I hit always online on a YouTube video when you need an internet connection to watch and display the video overall.
Even worse, I have one guy who so calls himself a YouTuber. Don't ask me why. That a few months ago also was complaining about the Need for Speed Online thing and how he had to go somewhere else to get the internet, and he uploads videos to YouTube. Like, what the single fuck?
Oh, I know who
man?
you're talking to. I don't know who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I
The
think we all
person who
know.
had the problem with uploading at his house and had to go to a certain person's house.
That guy. That's shit. That's fucking bullshit. I don't care. I don't care who you are. That's bullshit. If you ask me, I say on my previous video about the NGN brands, like the people complaining about the always online, and they saying I won't buy it because it's online. You weren't going to buy it anyways. You wanted to pirate the game from the start. I'm just gonna say straight. Why? Because if you get like you can't pirate a game that actually makes you have to log in and it's always online. You don't have a crack for to do that. So yeah, that's all.
What I like about Ivory Tower and how they just this is going off on another topic a little bit, but it's still relating to always online. However, with Ivory Tower, I think they thought out always online perfectly. Where when you do a mission, it puts you in your own session to where you're not connected to people outside of your session. So if you want to pause your game, you can pause your game. But I feel like in Need for Speed, I don't feel like you could do that because you have all drive, and when you go into a race, you're still connected to free roam. So if you're doing a race, you're still gonna. It would only make sense, and I feel like this is why all drive is a thing. Is if someone is behind you and they're in their car, and you start a race by yourself, just with yourself, against some other AI drivers, it would make sense to have the person behind you, still with you in that session. So that's why I don't think they could, patch it to where you're in your own session. I mean, I would prefer it, but I don't think they're going to do that just because all drive is such a critical thing in these next-gen Need for Speeds. It's just my opinion anyway. So I don't think, they could put you in your own session if you start an event. Exactly. Just because it would only make sense because all drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Need for Speed has issues, okay? But it's not like... It's not to say...
Nothing major. It doesn't break the game. They're not game-breaking issues.
It's something that can get patched in the future. And as they said, they're going to continue updating the game and add more content and stuff to it. Which makes me think even worse how IGN gave Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, a game that doesn't have progression. You just hijack cars. The world map is horrible. It has a day and night cycle, for fuck's sake. That's wow. Apparently that's a game breaker, I don't know. But yeah, I don't get it. They gave you a 9.0, okay? That game doesn't have content at all. They said that it was slightly repetitive. I can't tell you how...
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
I can't tell you how bored I am if I had to play that game again. If I had to do it for YouTube...
I will admit... sorry, Speedway, you go.
No, if I had to do it for YouTube, it would be absolutely boring. I wouldn't do it. But you have variation here. You have so many stuff. And then in Need for Speed Most Wanted, one other thing in the review, they said that you had 41 cars. And in here, they are complaining for having 51 cars. If we don't take into consideration the BRC, the GT86 that are practically the same, and the other car, the CN, I don't know, they're practically the same, it's still 49 cars, okay? 49 cars, and they didn't compare it to Forza in the Need for Speed Most Wanted review. And in here, they're comparing it to Forza. They're just finding excuses to to bring the game down, to tell you, no, don't buy this game.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. That's why I think it's happening right now.
But I don't know. I just think that Most Wanted, the only thing that they did right that was somewhat fun, other than everyone fucking talking and you have to mute them individually, was the online part of Most Wanted. That was really fun because it was burnouty, and I like Burnout Online. Yeah, and that's why I think really on Most Wanted.
Oh, it was.
I think it was AIDS, but at certain times I thought it was withstandable.
Literally drive onto this platform and sit there until time runs out.
That's what I mean. That's why I call it a burnout game in multiplayer. In single player, it's not a burnout game. It's just a failed attempt at a Need for Speed game. But nonetheless, I don't know how we got into the topic. Oh yeah, Most Wanted. So, I mean, even Rivals. When you compare Need for Speed to Need for Speed Rivals, how does that get an 8.0 and Need for Speed get a 6.3 when you have the return of customization coming back since, I guess if you weren't to count Worlds, then it would be...
Nitro.
You're not going to count that either because that's not on all platforms, so I'm going to say Undercover. So if you weren't to count Worlds or any of the other just one platform game, then it would be Undercover. How... I don't get why people have to be so picky about, the customization. And, I mean, be grateful that it's finally back. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Not even then, the customization, even if it wasn't there, it's just the hypothetical situation that we didn't have customization Need for Speed 2015, and we take into consideration what Rivals had. Rivals was just a fuck fest of glitches,
Yeah.
like all the time.
I like to say Rivals was Need for Speed 2015's test. They were experimenting with Frostbite 3. They were experimenting with All Drive, and of course, all of that's going to be broken. So that's why I'd rather have them do that to a game that, you know, is, well, sorry CJ, but Cops versus Racers. Because people want, you know, a game like this. So they're like, alright, we're going to end it off with Cops versus Racers, but it's going to be an experimental game in that we're going to experiment with the always online thing. We're going to experiment with All Drive, see how that works. We're also going to experiment with the Frostbite 3 engine, the graphics. They were just laying down the skin for what Need for Speed is going to be in 2 years' time.
Yeah.
Referencing 2013.
One thing I want to ask you guys. IGN gave a really good score also to Project Cars. Now, how much time have you played Project Cars in comparison to Need for Speed?
I haven't played any. I haven't played
For
it
the
at all.
first 5 hours, I thought it was amazing. I was like, this is better than Forza, man. But then I ran into all the glitches, and I'm like, fuck you, Slightly Mad. I'm done. Bye-bye.
I'm more than slightly bad.
What was this like?
Where's Cam's paper at when you need it?
Yeah, we need the... I'm gonna make it right here. CJ had...
But, yeah. People have been complaining about the handling as well.
Yeah, people just complain about everything. The handling...
Oh, no, yeah. No matter what's wrong with the game, they're gonna find a
The
way
handling you have to get used to, I'll admit that, but other than that, it's one of the things you can actually change to your liking, so...
Yeah, the problem is that the handling you have to test, like, every single... I don't know, you have to tune your car to your preference to make it work.
Yeah.
And yeah, you go.
Last night, I had my BRZ, of course, and when you perfect your tune, it's so fucking amazing. Like, on my BRZ, I think I have, it's balanced drift or mid drift tires with a grip setup, somewhat of a grip setup. It's like right in the middle. I have the tire pressure over at grip, but then I have everything else, and it's literally just a tick over to drift. So it's basically an all-around car. I can drift it if I wanted to, but at the same time, I can make it grip around every corner in races, and this is why Ghost Games, they made a game for everyone. You could, you could just personalize how your cars handle, how your cars look. They made this game for everyone, and I don't understand why people have to be such asses about it.
Yeah.
They will always find something. Manual transmission, no clutch.
Oh my god, manual transmission, no in, please.
Something that Ghost said already that they are considering to add in a patch, and people are...
Heard Need for Speed subreddit.
Yep.
Alright, so Jay, you haven't talked that much, babe, so what do you have to say about the whole online...
You kind of covered it all. Like, you've covered it all. Like, there's nothing else to say. I think people need to open your eyes and your mind and stop being assholes about things you don't need to be an asshole about, dude. It's not that serious, bro. It's a game,
It's a
bro.
prank. Oh, it's a
You
prank.
feel me, bro? We haven't had a Need for Speed like this for ages, bro. You should be praising Ghost Games, bro. Not shitting on their faces, bro. Like, come on now. Forza 6 is shit, bro. Like, if you don't think that, you're an asshole, bro. I love Forza. It's like one of my favorite racing series, man. But it's shit, bro. Need for Speed's coming back to us, bro. It's got its arms open, bro. So stop being assholes and just take your fingers out of your asses, man. It's not even that deep. Like, if you don't like it, don't play it, bro. Like, go and play something else, bro. Like I said, Forza's there for you. You can go and play that shit, but, bro, it's not that deep. I love Need for Speed, bro. It gives me the feels. It gives me the memories. So I love Need for Speed, bro. That's all I gotta say. I'm done here, man.
But I think since we already covered pretty much all of online, or basically all of the online, always online DRM sort of thing, and plus all of the reviews and whatnot, I mean, just basically summarized, they all fucked up. They need to find people who play racing games like GameSpot and
It was Game
fucking... Or Game Trailers, sorry. and they just need to find people who play racing games and know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah, that's just my personal
Game
preference.
Trailer's
But
review was constructive, but at the same time, there was no bullshit in it. So
no, there wasn't.
yeah, and plus the guy who actually reviews racing games for Game Trailers actually plays racing games. So yeah.
We've already been recording for an hour.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Oh my god.
Should you guys go straight up to the Q&As?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, should we go? I don't know because we have.
Have we not
I
already
felt
spoken
weird.
about the Crew Wild run and how it's
Yeah,
gonna
we've
go?
talked
No, we
about
haven't.
it a bit much.
But
Like,
so,
the
should
only
we-
new things is that there's the RX-7, the Pagani, and some other cars, and that's it.
We should just touch on that before we go to the Q&As.
Yeah.
I feel
we
bad
should go
for
to-
leaving Cam out.
No, we should go to Cam's channel and just get some questions.
Yeah, because everyone's at Cam's channel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually not this week though. They're coming to ours, man.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
Whether they like it or
Uh,
not. And by the way, everyone unsub Niner. He has more subs than me.
No. But first off, let's just cover a bit of the Crew Wild run before we go into the Q&As, just because, well, put more variety instead of just talking about Need for Speed, and Need for Speed
Yeah.
reviews, and then questions, probably relating to Need for Speed. So let's change it up a little bit. Let's just talk about the Crew Wild run and maybe how it's gonna do. So CJ, do you want to go first since you're furthest to the left on my screen?
Sure. With the Crew Wild Run, they're adding a lot more cars and stuff, like the RX-7, stuff like that. I think it's gonna go, from what the beta has been, it's gonna go over well. I'll say that much. I'll say that it's just gonna go over well. After a few months, it might start dying down again. That's just my.
We only have 10 more days until that. Hype!
Oh shit!
Oh
Only 10
my
more
God.
days.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
comes out on the 17th.
Well,
And-
shit! I need money then.
Just by my beta experience with the Crew Wild Run, it was so amazing.
We
Like
had
just
so much fun.
me, Speedway, Ski Stam, CJ,
Yeah.
Cam. Unfortunately, not Jay because he doesn't have a computer to play on.
Yay!
Nonetheless, I think the Crew Wild Run is going to succeed just based off of what we feel like, because originally before the Crew Wild Run, before the beta, we only got on to play some PvP every now and then. We had fun. I'm gonna be honest, we had fun on PvP.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything else to do. With the Wild Run expansion, I feel like we've already touched upon this in the past. I think they poured their heart and soul into this expansion, and this is why they earned my. This is why I'm buying the game. They fucking earned my money. Like, I've. CJY, can you just sit normal?
Yeah, could you be serious? No,
I
now
fell.
that he's coaching, he's
I
he's gonna
fell.
get kicked. That's why.
I fell.
All right.
Yeah, you were
Either
sorry.
way, I think it's going to succeed just based off of what we felt like. There's just so much to do. There's basically a new refined open world to explore. I mean, it's going to be really different cruising around all of the map, so we could experience that again, because I went into certain places and I never thought that they exist. I opened the map and I'm like, I've been here before, but it just looks so much different, and it's amazing. And not only that, but we also have the new UI update, which again, it looks more next gen. It looks more
looks
organized.
great.
It makes the gameplay stand out a little more from the black, disgusting speedometer in the bottom right of the screen. Same
Yeah, I
as the
did
map.
like that.
Ugh. But I mean, at least we have somewhat of a next gen feel with the UI and just the graphics in general. But not only that, that's just the update. We also have the expansion. The expansion will include access to the summit, which will ultimately grant you access to other events. You also have all of the specs, including drift, drag, monster truck. Is that it?
Bikes.
Bikes, yeah, bikes.
Yeah.
Don't know how I forgot that. But they've also announced like many things on their Twitter.
And they keep
involving.
announcing things. It just.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. They're gonna keep announcing things until release of their expansion. I mean, when I saw that RX-7, oh my god, the
Yeah.
RX-7! I can't wait to customize it.
It's-
True, it's gonna be so
they had
fun.
the RX-7. They had the RX-7 in the game files.
It was in the game
for a
files,
while.
yeah.
It
For
was
a
even
while, and I
leaked
think that
during one
with
of the PSN like the car
yeah, it
packs.
was in the cover. It was in the cover, yeah.
Plus,
But
hold hold on, I'm gonna interrupt you for a second.
Yeah,
On Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, Mazda Raceway is already in the title. Now, I'm not sure if that was licensing for the track and
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
because
it is,
there was
yeah.
Rolex on there as well. So it is probably because the track's got the licenses already, and then they've got. It'll all be in the same thingamabob.
But not only that, but if they were going to add in Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, were they also licensing Mazda in the process?
Hmm,
I think
yeah,
they
probably.
did.
Yeah, probably. That would make
Because
sense.
it's the Mazda license anyways, so they need. I think they should have used it. Yeah.
All we need is the shadow of the RX-7, which is the RX-8, and I'll be set.
Yeah.
We already have the
RX-8.
BRZ. We already have the RX-7, which is 2 of my 3 favorite cars right now.
And who knows what
They
else?
just
Because
need to add the FRS and
They
the
just add in more
Integra.
cars.
Which
They
is
Like,
don't
now-
need to
now-
add the FRS.
no, the
At
FR
all.
don't do it. No, just stick
We're
with the
alright.
Maybe-
stick with the BRC.
Add the Integra, NSX. Maybe if Honda's becoming
CJ,
more
they're not
lenient
gonna,
with.
No, fuck
Oh,
you.
no.
They're not gonna be in the game. Kill
No, if
yourself.
Honda's becoming
No,
more
Honda
lenient
sucks.
with cars being used in racing games, then maybe they could add maybe the DC2, the NSX, the
Yeah,
Civic,
maybe. Okay, you know what?
well,
Keep
any type of Civic.
dreaming.
Alright. Anyway, I didn't think we got into the real topic, which was obviously how is it going to do. So we basically said everything. RX-7 announced, Pagani.
Yep.
Wait, no, was it the Zonda? Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sound like.
Alright. Those 2 cars are amazing. We also have the bikes. Like I think a Ducati was announced recently, and the bikes are really fun. I can't wait to
They're
play
fun,
the
yeah.
bikes.
Vanquish was announced as well, and the Lotus
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, that was I saw a gameplay from Gamescom, and we saw a Vanquish. We also
Yeah,
saw
it's that.
some other cars,
The Bora.
yeah,
Lotus.
and apparently, I was told by a subscriber who someone unlocked the full version of Wild Run somehow, and they were live streaming it, and they said they saw the RX-7, so boom, that's already in the game, and then they also saw some form of a Lancia. They also saw some other cars I can't remember. They saw a lot of interesting cars, and that makes me very curious to leading up to the release of the Crew Wild Run in the next 10 days, and I can't play it, but
But
do you guys have anything else to say before we get
That-
into how it's going to do?
how it's gonna do? Well, I think that in the beginning I thought it was going to be a little bit of a shadow, like Need for Speed was going to be like on the top, and the Crew Wild Run was going to be a little bit of the
They
like a shadow.
released it at a really shitty time, to be honest.
They did release it at a really shitty time, but now that I think about it, now that Need for Speed has been released, I think that it's not such a bad date. Like, if anything, it's just more innovation.
Gives
If
us
we-
more stuff to do.
Yeah, there's more stuff to do in terms of racing games and stuff.
Like,
So I think that in general, like, lots of people still like the Crew, lots of people play the Crew, and from my experience from the beta and from many others that have played the beta itself, I think that this is going to be successful. It's going to be really successful, and I think that in general, Ivory Tower did a really good job with this.
They appealed to
expansion.
everyone.
Yeah,
Really did.
everyone, monster trucks, like who the fuck?
Who would have thought
Had-
Monster
who
Truck?
had-
yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
want to know who the hell inside the man now in in Ivory Tower had the idea of including monster trucks in this game, because that's fucking amazing. I haven't seen it in a car racing game like for a long time. I mean, I haven't seen it anywhere, to be fair.
Yeah.
And we have bikes. We have so much variation. We don't only have cars. We have monster trucks and SUVs and bikes. So that's a lot for a racing game. So I
Yeah.
think it will definitely do very good.
Definitely.
What about you, CJ?
I feel it's gonna do moderately okay. But I think that the Crew has lost a lot of people, and
It has over time. They needed to keep that. I feel like Ivory Tower, although I was gonna say they needed to keep him more, I guess, involved. They did, because they had they had challenges, they had community challenges. They also had faction missions come in monthly. They had new cars come in for season pass owners monthly, but that's appealing to, again, the season pass owners and not to the
Yeah.
overall game, or to the overall owners, just people who
Yeah.
own the limited edition of the game. Nonetheless, I think this appeals to a lot of people involving drift mode, which we want in racing games so much nowadays. And I feel like just because of drift modes and the drag modes and everything, just say added into the expansion, it was really well thought out. I think it's going to do well. So congratulations, Ivory Tower. Give yourself a pat on the back. And finally, let's move over to Jay. Didn't you already talk about it? No?
No, it's hard to say. It's hard to say because I'm so in the dark with how it feels and stuff. But I kind of want it like that. I want to play it and be surprised, so I'm not going to spoil it for myself. Like Need for Speed, I fully spoiled it for myself. I watched gameplay, got into the beta, got EA access. I've kind of messed up the actual launch for myself because I kind of wanted to play through it. I don't think I played through Need for Speed properly. So with the crew, with this DLC expansion, I kind of want to play it naturally and kind of play it like I used to. Nowadays, I jump into games and I already know about everything, and I used to be able to play a game and be surprised because I didn't know about them. So with the crew round run, I'm excited to see what they have in store. But by what I've seen, it looks incredible. So
it does. And I mean, when I got the original game, it took me 3 days to beat because I no-lifed it for 3 days. I got home from school, played that all day, went to bed, go to school, played that all day, go to bed, and finished it in 3 days, which was, I think, a total probably 17, 18, 19, 20 hours.
Shit.
Something about that. I mean, it wasn't a long story, but at least nonetheless we got a story in the game. But I feel like it's gonna do okay. I have high hopes for Ivory Tower. So I mean, no matter how much it sells, hopefully, I mean, just give yourselves a pat on the back nonetheless. But I guess now we should move on to the Q&As, and I have it on my phone, so I have all the questions on my phone from Cam's version of Drivecast.
Okay.
So first off, we'll start off with Neelix, and he has 2 questions. His first one is favorite car from the Fast and Furious series, and the second one is rally events or circuit races. That was the second one. So first question, go CJ, since you were furthest on the left for me.
Actually, Speedway, go first. I'm looking mine up.
Okay, I have to say the Skyline from the Fast and Furious. That thing is iconic as fuck, and I really like it. And as for circuit races or rally circuit races, all day, I like it more.
Yeah, and it depends what type of circuit races though, because I would choose rally events over circuit races. Races if you were referencing to like a track, but if you're referencing illegal circuit races, come on, that's a no-brainer. It's obviously circuit race. Circuit races. So, Jay, you go up next.
What?
So favorite car from Fast and Furious and rally or circuit events.
I'm just confused to what that was. Anyway, I want to say I really liked Darius's R8.
We're talking about Fast and Furious, not Need for Speed.
He's like, oh shit, I fucked up. I'm
just gonna kill myself. Hold on. Well, my favorite Fast and the Furious film has to be Tokyo Drift.
No, car.
No. I'm going on to it.
Okay.
No, don't make me seem like an autistic person here. I'm going on to it, okay? So my favorite film has to be Tokyo. It's gonna have to be Sean's Evo.
Nice.
It's gonna have to be that because I like the look of it. It was just yeah.
You go up next, CJ.
Yeah.
Alright, mine probably has to be Mia's Integra from the first one.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm gonna kill myself. Hold on. You saw that like what? Maybe 2
I saw it
scenes?
a mile away.
You hardly even saw that car.
It's an Integra, so props to the people putting it in.
Okay, so next question. Come on.
Do you have another question on Cam's video of Speedway?
Neelix had 2.
No, I thought you were watching Cam's.
Rally events or circuit races?
I said that one.
I probably have to say circuit races because they're cooler and they're usually on the streets and stuff. I just don't like rally events because they're off-road. I'm not a big fan of off-road racing, so yeah.
Off-road racing is intense though. Gotta take that into
Not a
consideration.
big fan of it though.
Oh my god. Okay. Let me try to find Cam's channel.
All right. Well, I have one more just in the meantime. This one's by McRacer GT2. How would you feel if you woke up one day and you saw the last Bugatti Veyron that will ever be made sitting in your garage?
I would sell it and buy
I'd
a
sell it,
I
make
would sell
money.
it. I would sell it, and I'd be a millionaire, dude. I'd be a
Yeah.
millionaire.
I would sell it, be a billionaire, buy a Lamborghini or something like that,
billionaire.
or a Supra,
A billionaire.
and I would be really happy. Yeah.
See,
Billionaire.
what I would do is
Yeah.
I would sell it
Ooh.
and then buy some good cars.
I would
Yeah.
clone it and then sell all of the clones, except for that one, so I can keep
CJ,
cloning it.
No,
Kill
no,
yourself,
CJ,
man.
just no. You,
I clone it and then I'll sell all of them and then I'll be a billionaire. Man.
You are on Molly.
Of what?
Well,
You are on Molly.
I'm pretty sure we all have the same answer as we'd sell it. And
Uh,
then I'll do one more before Speedway. So, Kelvin Brony Ford asks,
Sorry.
wow, okay, you have to be so mean.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, come on, Jay. He's a subscriber.
Shut
He's
up.
loyal.
Carry on. Stop talking.
Anyway, Calvin Ford asks, anyone else feel like Fast and Furious is becoming stupidly unrealistic like the Saints Row series?
I
Yes.
think we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good,
It's
that's a
just
good
inhumane. Just, I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna go off of a fucking cliff, and I'm gonna live. I'm gonna survive. Because I'm Vin Diesel and I'm fucking super.
I just crashed my car!
To be fair, I just really want Vin Diesel to die in the movie. I don't know why. I can't be a fucking douchebag.
Savage.
But I want him to. Dude, that guy is fucking a fucking Terminator, man. He doesn't die. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. But yeah. So hold on. Those were the questions from
Cam's
Cam.
channel.
Cam's video.
I
Is
didn't
that
have
it?
any.
I know. I'm asking you.
I didn't have any.
Hold on. No, no.
I'm just
I
looking
have,
through it now.
I have
Oh,
one.
I have one more.
Okay.
Okay, so Cab Beats asks, did you guys hear about Forza 4 coming back in November? Turn 10 confirmed it a couple years
I
ago.
heard that, dude.
It's not coming back. It's not news either. It's just backwards compatibility, and at the moment
Oh,
it's not on.
yeah,
there.
yeah. I didn't read the reply, so then he says, yeah, it'll be backwards compatible on the Xbox One
Yeah.
in November. Here's the article, and then,
Yeah.
Still though, I can't wait for backwards compatibility. I'm gonna be
Same.
fucking playing Horizon 1.
Woo!
I haven't played that
Horizon
game,
1, big
and
boy.
it looks amazing, so
Yep.
hype.
Yeah.
I have a few questions.
I think that was it on Cam's video. I can't find any others. Yeah, that was all of the comments on Cam's video that I saw. So,
Okay.
On to
So
you
I
guys.
have one from the professional Drift. He's actually asking, would you like neons to be added in Need for Speed 2015?
Yes, neons. Yes.
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 Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would you like? Okay, here's another question though. Would you like it like Need for Speed World, where he had the designed neons, like the
Fuck
ho
that, no.
neon?
Fuck that, no. No. That
I
was
have
so
no
bad.
clue what you're talking about.
So
They had,
basically,
like, flags
for
and shit.
they had Christmas neons this
Oh.
one time,
Nice.
and like they had like a red neon, and then on the back end, like near like under the exhaust, of course,
Yeah.
it said ho ho ho, and it had like
Oh.
Santa's face.
Oh,
That actually sounds pretty cool, but not the sun. Not.
It sounds
the speed
outrageous.
one.
It sounds
Yeah.
outrageous, but I
If
mean,
you could put your own, I don't know. I think it could look quite cool. Like what's his name? Not Nakai-san, the other Asian guy. No racism intended.
Hirohashi-san.
Yeah, in Japan,
Fun
it's
game.
very. It seems to be a trend. A lot of people call this rice, even though rice doesn't mean
Yeah.
putting lights on your car. You could basically what they do is they modify these Lamborghinis and they look like moving light shows. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I think they look so cool. I think obviously this is probably not going to happen, but something like that would look pretty good on Need for Speed, considering it's always at night and stuff. So neons and LEDs would probably work a lot. Very
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just want to see like my fucking red RX-7 with a red neon under it.
Yeah.
that would be cool. If we are kind of realistic, I think that it's going to be added in one of the DLCs.
It would
Yeah.
no, it would be added in I think content update because I don't think they would add it in for DLC.
It's going to be a DLC. A customization DLC is definitely going to happen, and I think that's
Yeah, it's true when you say that. I mean, oh, by the way, I was gonna say this earlier, but I totally forgot. Now I remembered. Do you guys remember in, I think it was a Gamescom gameplay video,
There
there
were
was...
neons
Yeah.
in the picture.
What?
There
Oh,
were
well,
neons beneath.
what I was gonna reference is you had four rim options. You had brake calipers, brake discs,
Yes.
Hi.
Oh my
and then you
God.
had tires and rims. So they I looked yesterday. This is on the Twitter. I was just I was playing Need for Speed. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm totally playing Need for Speed. I'm gonna drift around because I'm doing some events. And I look on TweetDeck, and I saw this one post because I have Need for Speed as a separate column because Need for Speed hype. And this Need for Speed replied to this one guy. I don't remember the exact post because I didn't favorite it or anything. However, this one person said, will there be BBS rims? This was 33 days ago. He said this. Will there be BBS rims in the game? And then he said something like, I think that's all he said. Like, I really like BBS rims. Will they be in the game in the full release? And Need for Speed replied, they will be. And then 7 hours ago, well, now I guess it's 19 hours ago or something. And so he replied back to that reply that he got, and he said, I thought BBS rims were supposed to be in the game, and also I thought brake calipers and brake customization options were supposed to be in the game. And then Need for Speed said they'll be added in a future content update, which means they're polishing it.
Yeah. And one thing that I saw in the Gamescom gameplay is that there were some people that had, like, let's say, an advanced beta or something that others is not the one that they gave others to play. Like, some people had like a VIP beta, let's so call it like that, and they took pictures of a screen and you could actually see neons underneath the cars. I think it was a skyline, the old skyline.
Was it just the lighting though? I feel like it was the lighting.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like it was bright enough to be a neon.
I think it was like there
Because I know the picture that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't. What picture is them?
There's like this glow under the car.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's faint. It's very, very, very faint, and that leads me to think that it was just some sort of lighting.
It was faint, but at the same time, it was really.
What screenshot?
It wasn't bright enough. What?
What screenshot is it?
I don't know. It was a
There was a
Gamescom.
screenshot. There was a screenshot of a kind of purple or pink skyline,
Something
whole
like
skyline,
that.
and underneath there was a kind of like a glow, and it looked pretty much like a neon, but
But it wasn't bright enough to be a neon, though. That's the
Shut
thing.
the fuck up! No, just kidding. But yeah, I know. I think we should go to the next question though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay, so I
CJ, do
have-
you have any?
Nah, I
should
checked
I-
earlier. I don't have any.
I have one, but we already answered it. What do you guys think about the IGN review about Need for Speed?
Yeah,
We already answered this.
answered
So.
that.
I'm just gonna check my channel real quick then.
You have
Since
none.
you guys
I have no questions. Fuck you.
are you sure about that? Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't upload last week. Shit. Huh?
You ate shit and
I
died.
told you.
No,
See-
I didn't. I ate shit and died like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, then mine. Whatever. Memes.
Okay, CJ.
But I feel like it would be weird to end it off right here without Cam. Is Cam coming back, or do you say just?
Nah, he's not.
He said
No,
go
he's not
without
coming
me.
back, so.
So that is it for this week, guys. If you enjoyed this episode of Drivecast, and I don't know what number it is, then leave a like, subscribe. All our channels are below, and we'll see you in the
No,
next.
no, you forgot. No, you forgot. If CJ remembers to put
Remember to put it down in the screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that was it. This is weird as fuck, but yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's
as
awesome.
fuck.
I think you guys so
See
much
you
for
next
watching.
week, I
I'll see
guess.
you guys
Yeah, see ya.
in my next video. Have a good one.
Shut up, CJ.